What's up, YouTube? Brian Van Dyne here. Okay, so I got a few comments in my last live stream video helping other truckers out. So I'm just gonna clarify some stuff so you guys can see my point of view, right? So if somebody comes to me and they want work, right? And if I give them direct access to my customers, I'm helping them out. I'm not getting nothing back. 10% ain't jack when you lose your customer. So when you guys say, oh, you help me out, I help you out, that's not the agreement. That's not the way it looks to me. It looks to me like I'm helping you for free and I'm taking all the risk. 10% is not enough to cover that risk. That's why I'm gonna do a non-compete contract. If I give you work, you can work, right? I'm gonna give you lots of work, you're gonna make lots of money, but guess what? At the end of the day, you're never gonna work for my customer. I worked hard for them. I earned that business relationship. I put in all the work. I'm not just gonna hand that off to somebody else. That's not gonna happen. And a lot of you people don't realize business in the trucking industry is cutthroat. That means take a knife out and slit your throat. That's what it means. When I'm a very generous person and a very kind person. I like to help lots of people out. But you better believe if I'm trying to protect my assets, there's a reason, right? I have seen people, I have seen the games they play in this industry, right? And it's not that there is a scarcity of work. That's not what the problem is. The problem is these truck drivers, these owner-operators are lazy. That's what it comes down to. It has nothing to do with there's a scarcity of work. There's tons of work out there. But people are lazy. They want to come in, they want to work for you, and then all they have to do is get somebody's phone number, and then they can call them and say, hey man, $10 an hour cheaper, come hire me. You know? That's how easy it is to steal somebody's customer. A lot of times. I'm not saying my customers are like that, and they're not. But I don't want them to be bothered by somebody doing that. You know? And at the end of the day, a non-compete contract keeps honest people honest. You know? If you're gonna work for me, you're gonna make a buttload of money, right? I'm gonna make a small percentage, and you're not gonna touch my customer. That's just the way it goes. You're gonna make money, that's what you wanna do. You're not gonna grow your customer base off of me though. That's not the way it works. If you wanna grow your own customer base, then you gotta make those cold calls. You gotta go put in the footwork. You gotta do all that stuff on your own. You gotta prove your own self, right? You can't just come under my wing and then steal my fuel. Not happening, homie. Nobody is gonna take my customers, you know? I'm not gonna give somebody the opportunity to. That's just what it comes down to. It's not about friendships. It's not about business is business. And this industry is cutthroat because people are lazy, you know? They lack the courage and the charisma to go get the work themselves, and they want to just leech off of people, and the next thing you know, once they figure it out, then they think they can take your customers. That's how it goes. I have seen in the industry a guy, and this has happened multiple times. This is not just one guy. This is one guy that I know personally, and I heard him say this. I heard him say it. He said, well, if I work for this person and I get dispatched from this person, you know, that's cool. And then I won't take the customer, but I'll give the info to my buddy and he can take the customer, and then I can work for my buddy. I flipping heard that been said from a person I personally know. And I thought he was, you know, an outstanding dispatcher. And then I heard that and I was like, damn, this really is a backstabbing industry. I'm not gonna allow somebody to stab me in the back. I hate to say it, I'm not giving somebody the knife to stab me in the back. I'll put food on your plate, but I ain't giving you the steak knife to stab me in the back. That's just the cold hard way it's gonna go. If you want work from me, I'm gonna take a percentage, and you're not gonna have access to my customers. That's just the way it is. If you think that's too hard of a, you know, contract to swallow, you know, if you want to be able to go and talk to my customers, then this isn't a level playing field here. This is, I did all the hard work and you want to come in and undercut me field. And that's not going to happen. Not happening, you know. And in my contract, I do have 3 rock quarries, you know. And I did mention to them both, I said, you know, if I need to, we can talk about the contract. It's open for adjustments and critiques, right? It's not just the word of God automatically. But what I can adjust is, you know, you can get material from the quarry. Your customer can get material from the quarry, but you're not going to work directly for the quarry like me. I'm not giving that up. I've worked too hard for that, you know? And if you think that's, you know, too much of me to ask, then you go buy your truck and you go make the calls yourself. You know, that's, and, or if you got your truck, go make the calls yourself. You know, if you think I'm limiting your business, you go and do whatever you want to. But I'm gonna tell you right now, if you contact any dispatcher, they're gonna tell you the same thing, except for they're gonna say it more bluntly. Don't effing steal my customers, or you will get blackballed. That's what they'll tell you, straight up. If they don't use those words, I would be shocked, because those are the words I heard when I first started. Van Dyne dump trucking coming on the scale with dirt. Same repeat. This time I'll be picking up 1.25 inch minus all day. You know, so that's just what it is. It is what it is. You know, I gotta protect what I built, you know, and it's not that I don't trust people. I do. I'm just gonna keep honest people honest, and that's what a paper contract does. You know, we don't live in the 60s where you can just run a business off a handshake. Handshakes don't work anymore, man. Handshakes don't work. I'm the type of person we can do a handshake deal, but the problem is people aren't trustworthy anymore. They don't have morals. They don't have integrity, you know, and you end up getting stabbed in the back. People change, and I'm not gonna take the risk. So if you wanna come do my work, you're gonna give me a percentage, and you're not gonna be able to touch my customers. That's just what it is. I mean, you know, if you buy a truck, don't get it twisted. You're my competition. We are competing. There's only a limited amount of jobs out there, and there's a limited amount of trucks. It don't matter which way you twist it, you're my competition. And I am gonna crush my competition. That's just the way I run my business, right? And every other dispatcher is the same way. Don't get it twisted. They're the same way. You know, if they don't do a contract with you, that's because they think they can blackball you a lot easier, you know? That's what they do. They're gonna call it blackballing. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna blackball you. They're gonna call up every single customer and they're gonna say, if you hire this guy, you will not get a single truck from me. And that customer will not hire them because they know how hard it is to get trucks. That's just the cold hard truth. I've seen it happen to people. One of the guys I know that I have dispatched got blackballed by a dispatcher because the dispatcher felt threatened. He felt that he stepped out of line and, you know, tried to get work, and he got blackballed. He didn't have work for 6 months because everybody he called said, oh, you're a rate cutter. You're trying to steal, you know, so-and-so's customer. That's the way it is. Like, You can't change it. The dump truck industry is gangster. Like, I hate to say it, you know? There's a lot of flipping high school drama crap going on in the dump truck world, and you're not gonna change it. It's been that way since I started, and it's gonna be that way long after I'm gone. It'll just be in a different form, you know? When I started 4 years ago, you know, I remember when I first started trying to get my truck on the road, I contacted the dispatcher. He said, "Don't effing steal my customers." That's what he said, directly. Those are the exact words he said to me. And I said, dude, I'm not trying to steal any customers. I'm just trying to put my truck to work. And if you're just trying to put your truck to work and you have good intentions, you're just trying to make some money, then work for the dispatcher. Agree to his terms. But if you're trying to go around and get your name out there, and you're trying to you know, get these customers that are already spoken for, you're gonna have a hard time, because it's not easy getting customers, right? It's not easy doing the footwork, and you're gonna find out that a lot of these customers, you know, are faithful customers. But there are some, you know, that will find somebody else because of a rate cutter. You know, money is money in business. That's the problem, you know. Money is money. The friendship and the loyalty only goes so far. In trucking, they're in business to make money. If they can get it for somewhere cheaper, they're gonna try and get it for somewhere cheaper. You know, unless you have, you know, some sort of family connection. Family, usually blood. Usually blood, or, you know, some sort of other tie is, you know, is strong enough to keep a relationship going, until there's a snafu where one person feels like you're not holding up the end of the bargain. You know, like, oh, well, man, you couldn't give me trucks, so I had to call this guy. You know, a lot of people don't want to take an inconvenience, and these orbiters, that's when they try and slide in and steal your customer by cutting your rates. You know, and
out here working.
I've said it since day one. I'm open to helping everybody, but if I'm going to help you, you're going to play by my rules. That's just the way it goes. I'm the boss in my side of the industry. I hate to break it to everybody. I'm not going to give you my customers. Not happening. You're not taking my customers. You're going to play by my rules, and you're going to make a buttload of money. Or you're gonna have to go out and do it on your own, just like I did, until you get some customers. You know, that's just the way it goes. Like, you know, you can hate it as much as you want, but that's the way the industry works. That's what I started my business in. I remember when I started my business. I can tell you the dispatchers: Gino, Maria, Sean King. Those are the dispatchers. Oh, and then there's Molly, Ron, and JT. They're all dispatchers. Some of them take a dispatch fee. A lot of them will not work with you unless you have some sort of street credit. I'm gonna call it street credit, because that's basically what it amounts to. If somebody doesn't know you in the industry and vouch for you, you ain't getting nothing from them. You know? And they will give you the spiel: don't steal from my customers. Don't steal my customers, you know? Like, I know I'm sounding like a real D-bag right now, but the industry is cutthroat, guys. You think it's all fun and games and making money? It ain't all fun and games and making money. There's a lot of backstabbing going on. There's a lot of stolen customers, cut rates. You know, it happens. People, when they start their business, they're desperate, right? They don't have any money. They got all these bills coming in. They have to make ends meet. I get it. I get it. What's the way to make money? You gotta get customers. And So some people take the easy route and they try and steal customers, you know? Not happening. Not happening. And, you know, if somebody is gonna, you know, even if it's a friend of mine, he wants to join my business and then he plans on buying a truck, he's gonna have to sign the agreement. He's not gonna take my customers, you know? And, you know, if you've known me for long enough, you know that I'm a very fair guy. You know that I always hold up my end, you know? And you're just gonna have to trust me on it. That's just the way it goes. Because by me giving somebody work, it's not helping me. It's not helping me. I don't see it as
no big deal,
beneficial at all to me. Like, I've already got my grind on. Like, I already know what I'm doing, right? Will it benefit me? Maybe like 2%, 3%. It's not gonna benefit me. What, you know, they think they're giving me the world. They ain't giving me nothing, you know? So, you know, by the time they get their one truck up and rolling, I'll have 2 more, you know? So, it's, you know, I'm running a business where I'm making, you know, enough money that I have to start protecting myself because I'm becoming big enough to become a target, you know? And I hate to say that, but that's what it is becoming, you know? You loading now 1 1/4 minus over there?
Yep.
Is that where I'm getting it all day?
Yeah.
Copy that. So, you know, it's not, I don't have hard feelings for anybody, you know. I have good feelings for everybody. I'm just gonna protect myself. I'm very skeptical in this industry. I've had a lot of people try and stab me in the back, and I'm not gonna tolerate it from anybody, you know. I'm not gonna give anybody an opportunity, you know. Even if my own cousin were to start a business, he'd be signing the same agreement. Because money changes people. Yeah, copy that. You know, it changes people. And people, they start to see the dollar signs, and then they, you know, and I don't think it's affected me very much, but it probably has, you know. And, you know, it's just the way things go in business. Let's go, Brandon.